Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the North American Champions League with Zebu Nation and the Montreal Impact. Today, we have for you the 2020 semifinals game in the CONCACAF North American Champions League. We've made it to the Final Four. It's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this result. Now, we've had to go through 2 MLS clubs to get here, so it wasn't quite as fun as I was hoping. But now we got to get down to business, and we got to play Lyon from the Liga MX, the Mexican Premier Division. They're a pretty good team. As you can see here, they got 3.5-star reputation. Their senior squad, 33 players registered for the Champions League, so that's pretty good. Tactic-wise, basic 4-4-2, but they got a lot of good players. They got some players that we have yet to scout. I got to tell you, this season our scouts have really let us down. But the odd thing about Lyon is they don't look all that intimidating. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm used to looking at clubs like Tigres or Pachuca where everybody looks like this guy here. Everybody looks like Mejia. 4.5, 5-star type guys. Minimum, 4-star guys. So their squad, in their starting lineup, currently they don't have any 4-star guys, any 5-star guys. I mean, this looks like our squad. Honestly, when we're at our top form, we look at least as good as these guys. So maybe we've got a chance against Lyon. Maybe it's not going to be quite the daunting task that I thought to get to the finals. Now, if we make it to the finals, we're going to be playing either Pachuca or Tigres, who are maybe a little bit better and a little bit different. Let's take a real quick look at Pachuca. Don't know much about them, but we already see a 4-star guy in their lineup. And Tigres is usually one of the best teams in Mexico, so got to assume that they're going to be pretty good. Our scouts are just so bad. They never do anything. They just sit on their butts. But anyway, Tigres in the first leg of their semifinal matchup, they won 2-0. Pretty good ratings. Looks like Vargas just sort of took the games over. Not our Vargas, their own Vargas. Vargas, 30-year-old Chilean. He is Chilean, just like our former Vargas. But anyway, he took over the game, scored 2 goals. Let's take a look at his goals, I guess. Might as well get a feel for how these teams are going to play. If their scouts aren't going to do the job, I guess we might as well do the job. Manual scouting, here it is. From the corner, and he's just sitting on the doorstep. Gets an easy goal. Tap in. Here's his second goal, 39 minutes in. So he scored both goals in the first half. Zalarian gets it to Vargas, and again, a great setup, easy finish. We can't give opportunities like that. So, when we play Tigres, we're going to have to play a little bit more aggressive and not allow that kind of shenanigans. But anyway, we've got our own issues to deal with Lyon. So we're going to take a look and see how we're going to deal with Lyon. And we've got a formation change. We've been playing the 4-2-4 all season, all preseason. And unfortunately, this isn't some attempt to be a tactical genius. This is necessity. The Champions League luck has struck. Unfortunately, let's go to the medical center. As you can see, we got several guys on the watch list, but that's not really the issue. The issue is down here. Matt Johnson, reserve striker, out for 2 months. Kyle Laren, number 1 super striker, out for 6 weeks, 4 to 6 week torn groin muscle. That is no good. You never want to hear those words placed together like that. That wasn't bad enough. We got Carl Salmon, groin strain, out 3 weeks. So that's another starter. Potential starter anyway. He's been replaced, but still, depth is being decreased. And then another big blow. It happened just one day ago. Petrasso out. We had him penned as a starter, and then as soon as we got to send in the lineup, he gets injured. So he's going to be out for this game. Likewise, our new goalkeeper, Thiago, he is still injured. We haven't had a chance to use him yet. He's been injured since we bought him. So, again, bad luck. We can't get our new Brazilian goalkeeper in. Now, we were able to register some players, and that's pretty good. But there was one player in particular we weren't able to register, and I was very disappointed because we went out and we panic bought this guy. I saw that the registration window was open for the Champions League. So we were able to register a couple of guys, as I mentioned, but I thought we could sneak in one more transfer to be able to register. So I went out and I got a striker to replace Kyle Larin, a guy that we hadn't fully scouted, a guy who was a little older than I wanted, but he was there, he was available, and I thought if we pounce right now and we buy him, and maybe we can sneak him into the Champions League window, but unfortunately we were not. So now we're going to be stuck with this guy, and I might have just ruined everything. Well, let's take a look. Transfers, transfer history, here we go. So, of course, earlier in the season, we got Junior Ramos. We got Jean-Kevin Duverne was our big move. Then a couple of weeks ago, we went and got Thiago, the goalkeeper from Flamengo. Got him for $650,000. Then for $400,000 from SM Khan, we got Joseph Mendes. Here he is, the 29-year-old French striker, target man. He can play, several different positions. He can play out on the wing if necessary as a wide target man. But he's pretty good. I mean, physically, for 29 years old, he's outstanding. Big, strong guy, 3.5 stars, so he's, star quality for MLS. Teamwork, work rate, his mentals are very good. Technicals are just sort of okay, but he's got heading, and he's got finishing, so he can score, and that's what we wanted. We wanted a guy who could score, who could take over for Kyle Larin. But unfortunately, that's not going to work out for him. I wanted to train him as an advanced forward. There we go. So we got to go with what we got to go with, and what we got to go with our lack of strikers is the old Burning Man formation, the 4-1-2-3 DM wide. So let's go. Got to play some guys out of position because our left winger is also out. So what we normally do is move our best players around, and that's what we got to do. But like I said, we were able to register a couple of guys, some important guys. So we're going to look at those guys as soon as we get to the lineups. Yes, we know we're interested in the African nations. So there's Petrasso, Lopez, Duverne, Marical. They're all sort of coming off injuries. Petrasso is back. He's gotten back healthy just in time, so we might be able to start Petrasso. That would help us out tremendously. North American Champions League, view the stage, that's right. Major League Soccer, a lot of stuff going on. We don't care about that. Let's get to the match preview. It's an even match. It's not something I would have expected. We're away for this match at Estadio Lyon. Take a look at this place. 30,000 capacity, so it's a nice big stadium built in 1967. Good field condition. Undersoil heating, that's interesting. Why you would need that in Mexico, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it must snow there once in a while. Doesn't seem like it should, but I guess. Whatever. Anything else? The referee seems to give out cards, especially yellow cards. 2.4 yellow cards a match. So we got to watch out for that. We've got a lot of injuries and such. They've got a couple, but not so much. Biggest strength for them is leadership. A squad full of leaders and strong characters. 4-2-3-1 is their favorite formation. So let's get to our team selection. And this means, all right, I think we can now, no, Petrasso's still injured. I mean, he's at 95%. His morale is currently abysmal. That's no good. Is there anything we can do? Praise player, praise conduct. Can we praise him into sort of better team? I've been pleased with your recent conduct. Yeah, he's up to poor. Good job. Do we want to start a guy who's feeling bad because he got injured? I don't know. No, I don't think we do. As much as I'd love to have Petrasso, I'd rather have him healthy for the second leg. So I think we'll look forward to that a little bit. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to keep that and not change much of anything. Vasquez on the bench. Raheem Edwards. Eric Lopez and Matthew Sweet. The 2 draft picks are in there. Gilio, Boxall, Crapeau on the bench. So let's submit that team. And let's go. It's a bit of a risk changing our formation. But our midfield right now is our strongest position. They are going with the 4-2-3-1 DM, the Mexican national team formation. We're going with like I said, we've been talking about this formation all episode, so I don't even know why I need to go after it. It is a little late again. I'm recording late night. Midnight hour is upon us again, and my brain turns to mush. But anyway, we got Lutweiler in goal, Taylor and Duverne at fullback. So we were able to register Duverne, Bruno and Jaguar in central defense, Piet at defensive midfielder, Andre in the midfield, and Junior Ramos as well. We were able to register him, so that's good. We got our new players in there. High-quality players are at least as good as what it appears that Lyon has. So I think we've got a good matchup against them. We're going to have Romero on the left-hand side, playing sort of an inside forward. Mane on the right. Jackson Amell up top. Playing target man to start with, but if we need to, we can have him play advanced forward as well. Do we recognize many of these names? I don't think so. We don't know too much about these guys. Yarborough in goal. Looks like Navarro's going to get forward. We know Mejia's a good player. Rebello is their leading assist man. He's got 7 assists on the season. 41 appearances. Holy cow. They've played a lot of games this season. And then Quintana is their goal scorer. 16 goals in 39 starts. It's pretty good. Well, it's okay, I should say. It's not great. But anyway, let's see. Good luck, guys. Go out there and pull off the upset. Nobody cares about that. Set up position instructions. So I don't really like trying to go defensive. That's not really how we've played all season. And it's not really what's gotten us this far. But you know what you got to do, what you got to do. I don't think we're going to close down on the fullback until he proves he can be a threat. We don't know much about him. We know he can get up the field, I guess. He's got good passing, really good passing. He's probably really good, 30-year-old Mexican. But anyway, we're going to sort of let him roam out there if we have to. So here we go. Enzo Recoba from Goal.com approaches you in the tunnel. You come into this one having struggled a little bit as of late whilst your opponents are riding the crest of a wave. Do you anticipate another bad day at the office? I don't think so. Our bad luck has to end somewhere. I'm very hopeful it'll be today. Now we have, oh, look at that stadium. That's beautiful. We haven't had much problems in the Champions League. We've been walking through the Champions League, honestly. Our problem has been in MLS because we've been playing so many rotated sides that it's just, you know, nothing's happening. Nothing's going on in MLS right now. We've barely played any games, honestly. But the ones we have played haven't turned out that great. So I think that's a bit of a false flag when they say we come into this not playing well. It's because we've been playing mostly backups in MLS. All right, here we go. First highlight. Mejia to Gomez. Good stop by Leutwiler. They got a shot off, but Leutwiler was up for the task. Here we go. Let's give us a highlight. Duverne sends it to Jackson. Get it back to Duverne. Is he going to pump it? No. Piet. Andre. He's got Romero tucked inside there. Andre. We don't have a very good left fullback at the moment in terms of somebody who gets forward. Mane tries to get around his man, but Duverne is there on the overlap. Centers to Andre. He's going to shoot that. It's going to go wide. Mane, though, picks up the rebound. No, offside. Okay. Not a great highlight, but we had possession there for a while. And maybe possession is the way to go with them having all these guys forward. I mean, they don't have 3 strikers or anything, but they got a lot of advanced players who are probably more likely offensive players than defensive players. And less likely to come back and steal the ball. They're going to rely on their 2 defensive midfielders. And Mejia. Is it Mejia or Mejia? Possibly. Colombian. How do they pronounce their J's? Could be Mejia. Anyway, out wide. Mane. Using that pace. Get it to the target man. No, he's sending it back post. Don't be offside, Romero. Don't be offside. Romero headed it back to Jackson, and he scored. There it is, boys. The away goal that we needed. Great run by Mane, using that speed. He should have sent that straight to Jackson Amel, but that was a great play by Romero. Heading it back, that savvy veteran move by the team captain. Let's go, boys. 18 minutes. All right, here's a highlight. Leon throws it in. Gomez has it, trying to run down the sideline. Centers it. Bruno is there. Urbez is going to clear it. Quinones. Guy's got a lot of accents in his name. Quinones. Anyway. Bueller. Duverne. Throw in. Gets it to Jackson Amel. Centering to Ramos. Let's see what Ramos can do. Gets it out wide to Romero. Romero cannot beat Navarro. Here comes Leon on the counterattack. Gomez. Gonna work it across midfield. Rebello. Urbez. Probably. He heads it on. That was a slick move to Quinones, but he can't get past our defense. He just has to chuck one. 23 minutes, not a lot of highlights, but they've been fairly exciting ones. It definitely does look like Leon is trying to counterattack, trying to catch us on the break, but we're not really going forward that much. We're just taking our opportunities on standard. Maybe we should go counter, but I don't know. We're going to see what they do. Here is a set piece. Junior heads it out. Rebello is going to chase it down. Going to send it wide to Gomez. I really wish we had closed down on him. What a stop by Leutwiler. Oh, it'd be so good if he just stood on his head this game and stopped everything. That would be outstanding. Here's Piet with a corner near side. Drops it back to Romero. Centers to Mane. He shoots it off the crossbar. That's our play. That's one of our plays. I mean, it was better when that was Tedere taking that shot. But I don't think Mane really has a long shooting ability, does he? 10. So no, not really. I mean, I guess that's sort of minimal. But we'd rather have maybe Ramos. Anyway, Gomez is going to take a corner kick. It's going to go in somewhere. Bruno looks like he got a boot to it. Rebello traces it down. Quinones. No, that was Quintana with the header that went wide. Mejia looking pretty bad, 57%. They're going to have to sub him out at some point. That will be good for us. Andre's got a yellow card. Duverne's got a yellow card. So there's the ref giving out his 2.4 yellow cards. Unfortunately, he gave them all to us. But halftime's just about over. I don't want to take Andre out. I could just tell him maybe to ease off tackles. Same with Duverne. Don't want to take him out either, but we could. We got Boxhall on the bench, and he's a pretty sound defender, but that's all he gives us. Whereas Duverne can come forward a little bit and give us a little bit of help in that area. All right. Look at the analysis. Struggle to keep possession. I don't know about that. Don't know about that. What sort of instructions do we have? We just got basic boy instructions. Higher tempo. I don't know about that. We'll drop that back to normal. You know, we do play the tight marking. I mean, that's just how we do. Nothing I can change there. I mean, I could change it, but that would just throw everybody out of whack. Let's look at the ratings here. Duverne 6.5 and a yellow card. He's the one guy I'm looking at here. But we'll give him through the half. We'll let him get the pep talk and see if he gets pepped up by the pep talk. Let's be passionate. It's a great opportunity. Pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. There we go. Everybody's looking good except for Bruno and Romero, the two veterans. So we'll see how that works out. We've inspired the youngsters, such as they are. Let's see if the veterans can come through, hold everything together. They left Mejia in, so we'll see how long he can last in the second half. Gomez trying to work down the sideline, but he can't get past Taylor. The big man at fullback is going to muscle him around. There's no question about that. Not many people in North America are going to be more physical than Taylor. His question is always technique. He's improved. No question about that. He is definitely improved, and he's still getting better at 24 years old. So that's good news. He's getting a lot of playing time, and he's going to continue to get a lot of playing time. Jackson Amell gets a yellow card. Here's Yarborough with a goal kick way out of his net. Be funny. Jackson, shoot it. Shoot it. Nope. All right, Manny. Let's see if he can get around his defender. You know he's going to go for a run. He does. He gets around one man. Jackson Amell can't get there. Taylor comes speeding forward. Romero sends it in. Jackson Amell. Yes! That man again, Romero to Jackson. What a combination this game. 2 goals. We're up 2-0 on Lyon. Like I said, their roster did not look overpowering. It didn't look that impressive. I mean, it looked like, I'm going to say it, it looked like a good MLS team. It didn't look like a good top of the division Mexican League team. So I think, you know, if we can beat Columbus and we can beat LA and we can beat everybody else, we can beat these guys. So it's looking pretty good, looking positive right now. We had to switch formations. We're missing Kyle Laren. We got all kinds of problems going on. All right, right now we got yellow card issues. Lutweiler is going to send it downfield to Jackson Amell. Quintana gets it to Quinones. He's going to try to go around one man. He does. He's going to get chased down by the ball-winning midfielder. Centering pass. Gomez blasts it in the back of the net. So Lyon gets one back, unfortunately. So it started there with the fullback missing the tackle. That's Duverne. And then was that Rebello heading it back to his man, or was that our defense? Anyway, I think that seals the deal for Duverne. You're going to get out of here. Boxhall's coming in. A little bit more of a steady hand back there, an old veteran. Still holding it together physically. I mean, he's a huge dude, 6'2", 200 pounds. Still nice pace. 13 tackling, 12 marking, 13 heading. I mean, he's still a defensive powerhouse back there. Now the question is, what do we do with all these other yellow cards? You know, I don't really want to take out Piet, although we do have Matthew Sweet on the bench, and he's another defensive player. 16 tackling, 12 marking. As opposed to Piet. I mean, Piet's good. 13 tackling, 11 marking. Piet is obviously the superior player. There's no doubt about that. 1.9 million. Matthew Sweet valued at $675K. I mean, just look at his mental attributes. They're going up. Nowhere near Piet. Piet's got a yellow card, 6.6 rating. And all we need Sweet to do is defend. Just tackle your living guts out, and we'll be happy with that. All right. So we got rid of 2 of our yellow cards. Just, you know, hope Andre keeps his head. Here we go. Taylor with the throw-in. Gets it to Jackson Amell. Jackson Amell looking. Centers to Andre. Andre out wide to Jackson Amell, who has switched positions. Romero centers to Andre. He's going to shoot that. He's going to shoot that. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a good shot, but at least he's predictable. He's dependable. Let's put it that way. 60 minutes and counting. We got a slim 1-goal lead, but we do have 2 away goals. So that's huge. Be great to go into the next leg with a goal lead and the away goals. But we got to finish. We got to finish it out. They brought in a new striker. Sasado. I think that's how you pronounce that. That's how I would pronounce it. Anyway, we'll see what he's got going. Do we know anything about Mr. Sasado? 28-year-old Ecuadorian striker. Nice dribbling. Off the ball. Technique. We don't know much else about him. Ortiz gets an injury. Their other defensive midfielder. They just brought him in. They just swapped out Mejia. So that's their 3rd substitute. 73 minutes down. All right, here's Lutweiler. It started to rain now. Jackson Amell gets forward, wins that big header to Andre. Ramos. Romero, can he team up with the big man again? Centers it back to Andre, who's triple covered. Bad pass. Escoboza. Whatever that is. There's their new striker, Sasado. Lutweiler with a stop. Yes, what a stop. Flying through the air, he gets a hand on it. Here they are. Their highlight continues with a corner. Near side from Gomez. Sends it in and headed right out by Andre. Straight back to Gomez. He's going to look to get it in, but Bruno bashes it downfield. Highlight continues as Lyon tries to push forward, but their highlight is stifled. Let's roll, boys. 76 minutes, 77. Clock is ticking. This is what I want to see for sure. Just keep it going. Keep playing defense. Matthew Sweet has come in. Got a 6.7 rating. That's okay. Boxall also 6.7 ratings. So those 2 defensive substitutes have paid off so far. 85 minutes. Lutweiler's just going to bash it downfield. Carnejo to Urbez. Urbase? That sounds more like it. Ortiz gets forward. He's got Gomez going wide. He centers it across. Sasado highs it up. That's not what we wanted to see. Another cross. Nodded back to his teammate. I think that's his 2nd assist. Ortiz, good pass forward. Almost too much, but Gomez gets there. Back header, Sasado, easy goal. Hard for Lutweiler to stop that. And they've tied it up. So that's not what we wanted going into the next leg, but 2-2 going into the next leg isn't the worst thing ever. They got a yellow card of their own finally on Gomez. No, an injury to Taylor. He's going to have to come out for Giglio. How many more players can we get injured? This is no good at all. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Lutweiler Gonna bang one down the middle. Gets it to Andre. Andre wins it. Past one man. And he plants it for a third goal. What? What a play. Wow. Lutweiler just bashed it for all he was worth. And Andre somehow got behind the defense. They were just not paying attention. Maybe they're a little tired. They looked a little fatigued. And Andre just passed one man, passed two men with a great touch and a great finish. That's all that box-to-box midfielder he's been playing. I mean, he's playing the ball-winning position right now. But, you know, he's been playing box-to-box for 2 years now, so he's got that in him. Here's Romero. Can we get a fourth? This would be crazy. No, Yarborough is there. But I wasn't expecting that third. I mean, that is manna from heaven right there. That is a great result. 3-2, first leg. Away. 3 away goals. Lyon has their work cut out for him. How did we play? Lutweiler in goal. He was spectacular. 7.5 rating. I mean, I know he let in 2 goals, but those goals were not his fault. Andre, 7.8 rating in that last-minute goal. Outstanding. Romero, 7.6 and 2 goals. Or 2 assists, I mean. And then Jackson Amell, 8.7 and 2 goals. He came up huge. I mean, with all the injuries that we've had at the striker position, for Jackson Amell to come up with an 8.7 rating and 2-goal game in the semifinals of the Champions League, that's huge. Look at all those Canadian fans. Look at all the Impact fans who made it out there. Good job, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen. Good job. Good job. Let's be passionate. That was really special. Nobody gave us a chance, but you played magnificently. Jaguar just sort of okay with that. Same with Jackson Amell. I don't know why Jackson Amell wasn't more excited, but whatever. We'll take what we can get. Everybody else seemed okay. So we got Toronto FC coming up next. Probably not going to play that game on camera. We're going to get straight to the next Champions League game because, you know, we're going to play a fully rotated side, and who knows what's going to happen in there. We're going to get back to MLS eventually one of these days. I mean, how many MLS seasons can we go through? We got to, you know, keep it spiced up a little bit. So by the time we come back to MLS, you're going to actually be, you know, interested and say, oh, how is the team doing? We haven't seen them in so long play in MLS. Let's get a snapshot of how we're doing. Anyway, Jackson Amell, sharp in narrow win. That is true. We will praise his performance. Superb in front of goal. Keep it up. My man, keep it up. Yeah, so we will come back for that Toronto. I mean, it is Toronto. So we could play that game. I mean, that might not be the worst thing. Let us take a look at some of our young players. I don't know. We'll figure it out. You know, that's my standard response. We'll figure it out. We'll do it live. All right. So until next time, whatever happens, we'll come back later. Anyway, see you then. Bye-bye.